This video is inspired by an article by Travis Hodges I found online some time ago. It's easy to get overwhelmed in creative works when there are infinite possibilities and ways to approach projects. I am the kind of person that feels a bit insecure and overwhelmed at the beginning of every new year, when I start to think about all the things I will have to figure out in the next 12 months, all at the same time. Have you seen everything everywhere all at once? Your mind explodes. And I know it's a bad habit, I'm doing better these days, but still my mind can't help it. And that's probably why at the beginning of every new year I experience a sort of creative block. In 2017, photographer Travis Hodges was suffering from a creative block. He decided to use a different approach to overcome it. The 2400 steps, something he began to use when he was a photography student and still used 35mm films. He took his camera, walked toward a random direction and start taking pictures. The assumption of this exercise is based on some constraints that using a film carries, such as a limited number of possible shots. I work more with videos than pictures. Still, photography has always been a passion of mine, and I think this exercise can also apply to filmmakers looking for inspiration and in need of unlocking their creativity, not just photographers. So why not try it? How do these 2400 steps work? Start walking for 100 steps in any direction and take just one picture. No pressure, no rush. Just capture what gets your attention. After that, repeat the process other 23 times, walking for 100 steps from the place you stopped before you take another picture. In the end, you will have only 24 photos. Taking 24 portraits or 24 architectural photos has the same value. Choose the style of picture you want to take and your goals. It's also your choice how strictly you want to follow the rules, but Hodges thinks that a set of rigid constraints on this exercise help to focus our effort. We don't have though to stop precisely at 100 steps. It's possible to take a few more steps in the area to get the best shot. I've seen that this method works really well when exploring a new place. It allows me to control the space around me instead of being just overwhelmed by the endless possible shots that I can get in a new location. Fine art and documentary photographer Paul Graham titled one of his essays, "Photography is easy, photography is difficult." Because of the wide range of technology we currently have at our own disposal, taking a picture or recording a video is so easy today. But taking a picture or recording a video nowadays, because of all this technology, is also tricky. It makes us overthink too much. It's tough to comply with the limit of only 24 shots, especially if you're used to working with digital cameras. Still, when you do, it helps you to change your perspective on new things. If you think about it for a second, creativity also means problem solving. You often have to solve problems to get the job done. And as much as we want to solve them all at the same time as fast as we can only deal with one problem at a time. There is no other way. Let's think about the hourglass. Although thousands of grains of sand are in it, they can only fall one at a time. There are infinite ways to solve a problem. We can go with the standard solution we've tried before and they can work just fine, but in the end, the more interesting solutions come when our options are limited. Like Orson Welles used to say, the enemy of art is the absence of limitations. It's okay to feel like you have no clue of what you're doing taking the first picture. I felt like this. The photos you take during the 2400 steps, though, don't have to be unique or interesting. They have to get the ball rolling and get you into a creative flow state. That's the point. The final step of this exercise is, of course, printing and reviewing the shots. We are so connected to monitors nowadays that we almost forgot how exciting it is to wait and then have printed pictures in front of us. They are an entirely different way of experiencing time frozen in a frame. So print your photos, sit down with a cup of coffee, tea, or whatever you fancy, and just enjoy the result of the exercise and get the ball rolling. In the end, I cannot recommend enough this exercise. These 2400 steps were a good excuse to start unlocking my creativity during these first months of the year when I felt a bit lost, and also to experience a new city from a different and peculiar perspective. Yeah, I know, we have been living in Oxford for almost 3 years now and we've never visited Cambridge before, I confess. Anyway, if you're struggling to get started or to do something new, some creative project you've been wanting to do for a while, just put some constraints on it, keep it simple, and it will help your creativity so much. Begin by taking one step, just one step, deal with one problem at a time, and the rest will follow.